Alright, let's talk about slope-intercept form of a line. The equation of a line in slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, and the point 0b is the y-intercept. So here's an example. Let's write the equation of a line with slope negative 2/3 and y-intercept 0, 3. So we can see here the slope is m, which is negative 2/3, and the y-intercept is 0b, in this case 0, 3. The 3 is our b. So we plug this into the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So we get y equals m, which is negative 2/3 x plus b, and b is 3. So here's our equation. Alright, let's look at another one. Write the equation in slope-intercept form and identify the slope and y-intercept. So basically what we want to do with these two is we want to solve for y. So let's work the first problem. Okay, so here I'm going to subtract 3x to both sides, and so I get negative 3y equals negative 3x plus 2, and then I'm going to divide each term by negative 3, so I get y equals x, because the negative 3's cancel, minus 2/3. So my slope is 1, because it's understood to be a 1 in front of the x, and my y-intercept is the point 0, negative 2/3. So there's the answer for the first problem. Now let's look at the second one. I'm going to solve for y, so I'm going to subtract 5 and add x to both sides. So I get negative 2y equals x minus 5, and then I'm going to divide each term by negative 2, so I get y equals negative 1/2 x minus 5/2. So the slope is negative 1/2, and the y-intercept, I'm sorry, this negative and negative, that should be plus 5/2, and my y-intercept is 0, 5/2, and there's my answer. Now let's look at this one. Find the equation of line L. Line L goes through the point 2, 5 and is perpendicular to the line 2x plus 3y equals 1. So I have a point on the line, but now I need the slope. Well, since my line is perpendicular to this one, then I can find the slope of this line and then take the negative reciprocal of that, and that will be the slope of line L. So I'm going to solve this for y, so I get 2x plus 3y equals 1. Subtract 2x, so I get 3y equals negative 2x plus 1. Divide everything by 3. That should be a y. So I get y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1/3. So the slope, and I'm going to put a subscript p because this is the slope of the line perpendicular to line L. That's negative 2/3, and the slope of line L will be the negative reciprocal of this, which will be 3/2. Now I can find the equation of the line using the point slope form. I have another video on point slope form. You can watch that if you're not familiar with the point slope form of a line. So the point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And here's m, the slope of the line, and here's x1, and here's y1. The 5 is y1. So I plug this in, I get y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And then I solve for y. So I get y minus 5 equals 3/2 x minus 3. And then I add 5 to both sides. So I get y equals 3/2 x plus 2. And there's the equation of my line. Let's take a look at one more. Find the equation of line L. Line L goes through -8, -2, and is parallel to this line. So to find the equation of the line, I need the slope of line L. Well, since line L is parallel to this one, that means this line and line L will have the same slope. So to find the slope of this line, I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 3x to both sides. So I get -5y equals -3x minus 7. And then I divide everything by -5. So I get y equals 3/5 x plus 7/5. So the slope of the line parallel, I'm going to use a subscript p because this is the line slope of the line parallel, is 3/5. So the slope of line L, since it's parallel, it's the same slope. It's 3/5. So now I use the point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Here's m, the slope of the line. -8 is x1, -2 is y1, so I plug this in. Y minus -2 equals m, which is 3/5, times x minus x1. So I get y plus 2 equals 3/5 times x plus 8. Y plus 2 equals 3/5 x plus 24/5. So I subtract 2 to both sides. I get y equals 3/5 x plus 14/5. And there's the equation of my line. And that's all for slope-intercept form.